I'm Rob Lloyd, and this is the Connors, and I have with me Regina. Now, Regina, would you like to inform the wonderful people on the internet what you do?
My name's Regina Atkinson. I'm the secretary of the Victorian Quidditch Association and the president of La Trolle's University Quidditch Club.
Yep. We're going to be talking Quidditch, ladies and gentlemen. I am so excited. So, tell us about what you guys do.
Well, like at Quidditch in general, in Victoria we have 7 teams, 3 universities, La Trobe, Melbourne and Monash, and 4 are community-based. We play games pretty much every weekend, between 2 or 3 games, so most weekends there's, someone at the pitch. We play at Faulkner Park in South Yarra. Across Australia there's about 25 teams, most of which are in Victoria and New South Wales, and then Queensland, Western Australia, South Australia have a couple of teams spread out across them. Every year in December we have a big national tournament. Last year it was held at Monash. We had 19 teams travel down to Clayton to play Quidditch for a weekend. The Melbourne Manticores won by a fairly large margin in the grand final. It's the second year in a row that the Manticores have won nationals, and they also won the Victorian Cup, undefeated in both tournaments. They're very proud of themselves for it.
Melbourne represent. Melbourne represent. So are there many Melbourne players in the Australian team? There is an Australian team, the Drop Bears. Are there many? Do the Melbourne players take up the majority of the national team?
I don't think it's the majority, but I know the most players from any one area are from Victoria. There's 21 players on the team. The coach and I think 10 or 11 players are Victorians.
Now, how long have you guys been around for? You've been around for quite some time. I've been doing the Con Artists for a couple of years, and you guys are always a presence here at the conventions. How long have you been going for?
Quidditch, at all in the world, has been around for 11 years. In Australia, it's been around for about 5.
Wonderful stuff. And how long have you been associated with the group?
Me? I've only been here for a year.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I started playing almost exactly a year ago.
Yeah. And how do you rate yourself?
I'm just 11 out of 10.
There we go. And what position do you play?
I have spent the past year being a chaser, but have recently discovered that I'm quite good as a keeper.
I'd do a keeper because I don't have to move that much.
No, you do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a lot of jumping.
Oh, okay.
The 3 hoops are different sizes, and one's really tall, so you have to jump to protect it. Yeah.
Okay, that's making me feel a bit uncomfortable. So how long have you been into Harry Potter?
I'm 19, so for about 17 years.
Pretty much all your entire life.
Yeah.
Do you, what is it about the Harry Potter world that that makes you fall in love?
I don't know. The books were they push such a wonderful, inclusive, kindness to everyone message that anyone these days who grew up reading Harry Potter is almost certainly kind and inclusive. And at Quidditch, it's the same thing. We actually have a rule that on the pitch, there can be a maximum of 4 players of any gender on pitch at any time. And it's any gender, not either gender in particular, so it is as all-inclusive as it can get. And as far as I'm aware, it's the only sport that has a rule like that.
That's really good. Well, that's what I like about Quidditch. It's, blending all the sexes together in a joyous sporting experience of magic. So how do you feel about JK expanding the world from beyond just the Harry Potter story into the entire global magic world?
I think it's great. She actually hasn't had a whole lot to do with Muggle Quidditch. It was made by some dude in Middlesbrough in America. I can't remember what school he went to. I think Middlesbrough was the school. And Rowling, despite never actually having attended a game, as far as I'm aware, she does know it exists and has kind of vaguely hinted at supporting it. But,
She hasn't stopped it.
Yeah. I know a while ago the International Quidditch Association had a whole lot of talks with Warner Brothers about whether or not we could call ourselves Quidditch.
Oh, wow.
We won. We can. Which is great. We won't get sued anytime soon.
That's always good.
Yeah. It's been great. It's also a lot of fun, just at Quidditch, because not everyone, but the majority of people at Quidditch are Harry Potter fans. Whenever something new comes out, everyone freaks out. There's one guy in Victoria who's the manager of Ahoyts, so whenever there's a Harry Potter movie, he's like, "It's all right, guys, I'll get us midnight premieres."
Hooking it up right there. So There's been a lot of talk recently on Pottermore about the expanded world with like all the different schools around in certain areas. So Ilvermorny in America and all the other ones, but there hasn't been the Australian one released yet.
I don't think we need to have it officially announced to know that there's one here.
Yeah. And where do you think it is? Where do you think the Australian magic school is?
That's a big question.
Yeah. Because for me personally, I reckon it's somewhere in the rainforests of Tasmania, and that's where all the last Tasmanian tigers are. That's where they're sort of like they've got their own little pack there, and that's where they keep safe within the magic cloak of invisibility that just covers the charm that covers all of the rainforests of Tasmania. So that's where I reckon.
Yeah, no, that sounds about right, I guess.
Thank you very much for being a bit diplomatic. You went, yeah, let's go with that. So it's become sort of like a university rite of passage, but is it open up for all ages as well, not just for uni kids?
Yeah, definitely. In Australia, it has to be above 16 because of insurance reasons. But like in Victoria, only 3 of our 7 teams are actually university-based. The other 4 are communities. We currently have 2 or 3 players who are over the age of 30. So old.
It might be another one soon.
And I know a few years ago, someone's dad who was 62 came along to a game.
That's awesome. So you guys have been been at these conventions quite a bit. And you've done demonstrations. Why have you become such an integral part of the convention scene? Is it very important for you to gather followers, or is it just a way of socializing?
It's kind of everything. Like right now, we're doing a lot of fundraising. Well, trying to push for fundraising for the Drop Bears to get to Germany to the World Cup. I'm not sure if we've been doing a great job of that. But no, it's just, it fits in. Like, we don't really have many opportunities to raise a whole lot of funds. Like, our players, we charge the absolute minimum that we can to all of our players. It costs $35 to register for season this year, which for about 20, 30 games, like, it's not a lot of money. We don't make a huge profit in the VQA or the AQA. It's actually part of the Warner Brothers agreement. Every Quidditch association has to be not-for-profit.
Of course.
We don't make a profit on it, so we're literally just here to raise awareness and get players. And, we're trying to start up a new team in Victoria because we currently have 7, which isn't very useful when you're trying to, like, make fixtures.
You need an 8th one, yeah.
So we're hoping by the end of this year we'll have 8 teams.
Okay, cool. And to finish off, okay, so clearly I'm a Hufflepuff, and which house are you?
I'm a Slytherin.
That's okay. There's some very brave and positive, influential wizards within the Slytherin world, so don't judge people, okay? And what do you like about being in Slytherin?
Green's my favourite colour.
That works. I'm learning to love the colour yellow, so yeah, colours is a good start. Thank you very much for your time, and all the best with the rest of the con.
No worries, thank you.